This is Niharika's tutorial about 10th class physics, the first chapter, moment of force. Now let us read the first chapter, moment of force. So before studying about the moment of force, first let us recall what you have studied in the previous classes about force. So what is force? A push or pull is known as a force which changes motion in rigid bodies, which changes motion as well as shape and size in non-rigid bodies. Formula of force is force equal to mass into acceleration, where m is the mass of the body and a is the acceleration of the body. And as you know that force is a vector quantity. Its SI units are Newton and kgf, which is known as the gravitational unit. Its CGS units are dyne and gram force, which is known as also gravitational units. So according to this is your introductory part. Already you have studied. Now based upon this, today we will know more about the types of the motion. So what I have told here, that it changes the motion in rigid bodies. Means what? Motion means if it is in the state of rest, if you will apply force, it will come into the motion. If it is in the change of motion, it is state of motion. If you will apply the force, then again it will come into the state of rest. So here types of motion. When force is applied on a rigid body, it exhibits two types of motion. One is linear or translational motion, another one is rotational motion. Now let us study about the translational motion. The motion of a body moving in a straight line along the direction of force is called the translational motion. So to understand more, see here the diagram. It is the ball. So if you will apply force in this direction on the ball, then it will move in this direction, which is called the direction of motion, and whose path is in the straight line, that's why it turns into the translational motion. So now the second one is rotational motion. Before going to rotational motion, you have to remember one point, that a force produces turning effect when it is pivoted at a point. Now go to that one. When a body is pivoted at a point and the applied force rotates it about a certain axis, then the motion of the body is called rotational motion. So here it is not producing the rotational motion because it is not allowed to move and does not produce the rotational motion, but it can give a turning effect. So to understand this, let us know about some points. That is the point of action of force, line of action of force, and moment arm. So where we will apply the force, that is known as the point of action of force. Means this is the pivoted point and we want to move this one, and here we are applying the force. This point A is known as the point of action of the force, and it is an imaginary line. Means here we are applying the force, but we can imagine that what is the straight line where we are applying the force. This imaginary line is known as the line of action of force, that I have written here. See the definitions. The point on a rigid body where the force acts, it is known as the points of action of force, that is the A. And the line of action of force is, it is an imaginary line passing through the point of action of force, means this one. Now come to the one, moment arm. This is the moment arm, means it is the very important point, that is the perpendicular distance. This perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation to the line of action of the force. This is known as the moment arm. So again I am telling you, the main point is the perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation to the line of action of force is known as the moment arm. Understand that force can also produce turning effect. Now go to that one. What are turning forces? So from the turning effect only, that forces come. The forces which when applied at a point of a fixed body rotates the body about the fixed point is called the turning forces. Means the forces which are responsible to rotate the body, and according to the rotational motion an axis is needed, that's why it called that one which rotates the body about the fixed point. It's called the turning forces. The force is known as the turning forces which helps to rotate the body. Now what is called the torque or moment of force? The turning effect of a force acting on a body about an axis is termed as the torque about that axis. Means the turning effect of a force is now about that axis is termed as the torque. So mathematically we can write that moment of force or torque, and in pronunciation it is known as the tau, and it is the symbol, that is the force into moment r. or whatever you have read about the definitions of moment arm, it is the distance between the axis of rotation from the lines of force. So that is termed as the D. Now come to the units, that in SI units it is Newton meter and kgf meter, which is known as the gravitational units. In CGS units it is dyne centimeter, which is, and GF centimeter, which is known as gravitational unit. Now come to this the relationship between this SI unit and the CGS unit of torque. So as you know that Newton meter is the SI unit of torque. So 1 Newton meter equal to, you can put 10 to the power 5 dyne into 10 to the power square centimeter. Means already you know that 1 Newton equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne and 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. I can write, I have written here 10 to the power 2. Then according to the according to that one, you have to add this 10, 5 plus 2 dyne centimeter. So it will term as the 10 to the power 7 dyne centimeter. Relationship between the SI unit of torque and the gravitational units. 1 kgf meter equal to 9.8 Newton meter and 1 gram per centimeter equal to 980 dyne centimeter. No need for derivation, only this much is enough. Now let's read about the factors affecting the torque. As you know the formula, tau equal to force into moment arm. So as it is directly proportional, the magnitude of force is directly proportional to the moment of force, and the moment arm is also directly proportional to the moment of force. Here I have written the same thing only. Now to understand this, let us take an example of opening and closing of the door. Suppose this is the door, here is the hinge, and from this it is here only it is pivoted to open and close. Now you see this is the handle of the door, and always you have seen that the handle is not near the hinge or middle the hinge. Always it is the free end of the door. Why this so? Because if we will put this handle on the middle, it is very difficult to open or close, and if we will put near this, it is impossible to turn the door. That's why always it is in the free end of the door. Because what is the reason behind this? From this formula only. It is the formula is the moment of force is force into moment arm. So as it is directly proportional, so according to the definition, as it is directly proportional, the moment arm is if the moment arm is larger, then lesser force is required to produce the turning effect. So we can apply a less force to produce a turning effect, or easily we can close and open the door. So children, this is about our today's topic, today's class. So hope you understand it. So if you like this video, please like it, share it, subscribe it, and if you want more latest videos and you want the notification, then press the bell icon so that you will get the latest videos also. Please